It's so nice to see all of you here today. Did you know that every part of ours is important? Every rock, every tree, every creature, even the smallest insect. And with small acts, we can all do our part to help the earth. I'd like to share with you today a story that my grandmother Willow once told me. Nico, you can't read it upside down. Thank you. So you must be the helpers for my story, right? Are you my worry beaver? And my wolf? And you must be the brave bear. And are you the tiny little fly?
Great. Stop the show, Ethan.
And you must be the stubborn moose. All right, Moose, we have a wonderful headdress for you then.
What is Ethan?
My friend, Wingolfo. Listen as the great wind carries my words to your waiting ears. Many, many years ago, when the world was new, there was a beautiful river. Fish in great numbers lived in this river, and its water was so pure and sweet that all of the animals came there to drink. The animals would gather at the river to drink, just as the animals still gather today at the bank of the river. See for yourselves, taste, and see that the water is still sweet. Now a giant moose heard about the river, and one day he also came there to drink. The moose was the largest of the animals, and he had a great booming voice that rang out through all the land. As if to both, he called out, "Moo." Listen. Just like that.
I hope you're taking pictures.
The moose made such a noise that the other animals at the water's edge heard the sound of the moose, and they ran away in fear. Now the moose, being so large and great, thought, with the other animals gone, I can have as much water as I want. But the animals were not gone. They watched the moose toss his antlers as if to boast, and they watched him kneel at the river's edge and start to drink. And drink. And drink. And drink. He drank so much that soon the water began to sink, and the river sank lower and lower and lower. Now this worried Sister Beaver. She shook her head from side to side and sucked her teeth. Look at worried Sister Beaver. Yes, she was very worried. The water around her lodge was disappearing. She said, "Soon my home may be destroyed." The wolf was also very upset. She howled, "Oh, oh, oh, no!" Listen. What would she and her family do if the water vanished? How could they live? And even Kind Bear roared an angry, even the forest was frightened.
He must be Kind Bear.
The animals were determined that they would not let the moose drink the entire river that Mother Earth had left for all of the animals. Brave Sister Beaver had an idea. While the moose drank from the river, she took 2 large sticks from the dam she was building and hit them together. Clap! And the other animals understood. They raised their hands and got ready to make the loudest noise they could by all clapping together like this. Clap, clap, clap. They did it again. Clap, clap, clap. Hoping to drive the moose away. But the moose kept on drinking. He was not bothered at all by the beaver and all the noise. Sister Beaver looked at Sister Wolf and said, "Maybe you can try." And with that, Sister Wolf was ready to do her part. She tilted her head towards the gray sky and howled her longest and loudest, "Oh, oh, oh, no!" quickly, all of the animals decided to help the wolf. Everyone leaned their heads back and gave their biggest, oh, 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 no! Just like that. And the moose turned his head to listen, and then started drinking again. And the river sank lower and lower. Everyone thanks Mr. Beaver and Mr. Wolf for trying. Brother Bear saw his friends trying to save the river. He knew that he would have to be their hero. So the great bear raised his powerful paws as a warning to the moose, and making his most ferocious face, he let out a deafening growl. Just like that. And now all of the animals helped him. And the moose kept on drinking. Even the great bear could not save the river. What could be done? Soon, the river will be a dry, muddy bed, and all of its richness and sweetness will be lost to the animals forever. The animals almost didn't hear or see the little fly. He said even louder, I will drive the moose away.
The little fly's not paying attention.
They asked, how can a tiny little fly frighten a giant moose? Not even Sister Beaver, Sister Wolf, or Brother Bear could frighten him away. What can you do? The little fly knew that his voice was small, but he had an idea. I can try, he said and buzzed off. The little fly moved very close to the moose, and with all his might began to buzz. Listen closely.
Buzz, little fly.
Just like that. And the moose raised his head and shook his antlers. And the little fly buzzed again. And this time, the moose rose up and stared at his large feet again and again as he shook his head. And all the animals were excited. They began to cheer the little fly.
Yay! Hooray, little fly!
Such a wonderful noise it was. All of the beavers, wolves, and bears, and all kinds of animals cheering on the little fly. Just listen.
Yay!
But wait. Hearing them, the little fly became very brave, and he buzzed his biggest buzz yet.
Buzz, little fly.
And the moose stamped his foot and shook his head even more. Suddenly, where the moose had stamped great holes in the ground, water rushed in to fill it. And although he tried, the moose could not get rid of the bravely buzzing fly. Annoyed, the moose fled the river. And the animals let up a cheer.
Yay!
Goodbye, moose. And the moose did not come back. Sit down, Migo. The animals were so excited. You did it, they said to each other. The little fly did it. And the animals do. They hugged Fly, and they put their hands and paws together to thank him. The Fly was very proud of his achievement. He boasted to the other animals, even the small can fight the strong when we use our brains to think. So it was. The river was saved by the smallest creature at the river that day. As I end my story, Let it be proof for us all that even if we start with something small, each of us has a chance to save Earth. Shared by one and all. The end.